Timing of the intercourse. How do you time the intercourse? It has been proven, or it has been said, that in the early hours of your ovulation day, between 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., it is known as the peak period of ovulation, and eggs are being released at that point. And if you can have the intercourse between that period from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., the likelihood of you getting pregnant is very high. And then the likelihood of the Y sperm cells reaching the egg immediately is very high. Remember that these Y sperms are very fragile, and they are very fast. So if they go before that time and they don't see the egg, they will die off. They don't stay more than 24 hours. And that's why we say that going on the 14th day, that means the ovulation day, at the peak of the period, which is between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m., is the best. One, it will make the Y sperm available immediately. In less than 24 hours, they are already there and they are waiting for the egg. While the X chromosome is very slow, they don't move at the same speed or velocity as the Y sperm cells. So they will just be at the back watching the Y cell approaching the egg, and at this time, the probability of you having a boy child is there, proven. Now, secondly, I've talked about the pH of the vagina. How acidic the vagina is will also affect this thing. Remember, I told you that the Y cell is very fragile. So if your vagina is so acidic, it will affect, or it might affect, these Y sperm cells. Now, the third one is the sex position. The positions that you stay during sex will determine how the sperm is going to get to the eggs or the ova. Remember, the vagina has two walls, the anterior wall and the posterior wall. So the sex position has a lot to do with this vaginal wall. There are a lot of sex positions that people know about. There are missionary styles, there are doggy styles, scissoring styles, pudding styles, butterfly styles, and a lot of them. So most of the practices that people do affect these things. So most times they don't, knowing that sperm can stay in the vagina 3 to 5 days before getting to where it's going to, also is a big factor also. So that's why we say Chittel's method is all about acknowledging your ovulation time and then acting fast. And that's why I started from, if you watch my previous videos, you see that I started from my menstrual cycle, and I thought about ovulation, how to recognize your ovulation period, and also I thought about the peak of the periods, when the signs that you see and you're ovulating. These are all the things that I taught in my previous videos. So if you have not watched those videos, please just go back and watch the videos. So now we talked about the Chittel's method. You have known that it depends on the timing of your intercourse. So the timing of your intercourse is very important. The vaginal pH very important, and the sex position very important. So it has been proven that the doggy position, I'll just talk about these things because I'm trying to teach you what you need to achieve your goal, which is, if you want to have a male child, these are the things that you will do. So doggy positions has been proven to favor this Chittel's method. How? So now the doggy position, sex position, favors this Chittel's method, because you can reach the uterus, or you can reach the vagina and the cervix faster from the posterior position. So these are the various sex positions. You can Google them, you can go through them. These are the various. So there are a lot of sex positions that people practice, a lot of sex styles that they practice that don't favor this Chittel's method, and you may find it difficult to conceive or even to achieve your goal, which is determining the sex of your child. So you can now see that the positioning of your sex, the positioning of your intercourse, can also affect the sex of your child. Yes, a lot of the cowgirl style positions, a lot of sales positions that people try may not favor the type of children. So you see that the type of positions that you stay might be the factor of the sex of the child that you had at the particular time. So you can read more about them. And then also the size of the penis can also be a factor. The normal length of the penis is about 13 to 14 centimeter. I think when it's ejaculated, it's about 13 to 14 centimeter. But when it's flaccid, like when it's not erect, it's about, I think, about 6 centimeter or so, 5 to 6 centimeter or so. So you see, the length also can be a factor. So I think the longer and the deeper, the more favorable we achieve our goal. So that can favor. I think one of the methods again, that one of the sex positions again that favors the Chitel method, I think the butterfly position, the butterfly style, I think it also favors this Chitel's method. Then some other thing that can also favor the Chitel method, after having an intercourse with the husband, and then the husband have ejaculated into you or has released the sperm into you, you don't need to be in a haste to get up from the bed, because it has been proven that most people, when they get up from the bed, they will see the sperm running down, or the sperms will just come out from their vagina, and they will come to complain that the husband's sperm is watery and all that. We're not really that far that sometimes some sperms might be watery, and have some limiting factors of traveling. And that's why it's very important that a man and a woman must go for fertility test, and the sperm cells being analyzed. Sperm analysis is very important, so that you can count the number of cells that are mobile, the number of cells that are moving, how they move, the morphology and all that. All these will affect the sex of your child, or how fertile you will be. So very important. So this is all about the Chitel's method. So if you want to determine the sex of your child, that means you must be very aware of your cycle, you must be very aware of your ovulation. And then the main points to take out is, at the peak period of your ovulation, it has been proven that from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. in the early hours of that day is the most fertile period, and any sperm released that time, the Y sperm cell, which carries the potential of producing a male child, moves faster because they are very fast, and then dies easily. So they move faster, as fast as they can, to have the eggs to themselves. And once they get to the egg and fertilize the egg, you have your baby boy child. So this is all about the Chitel's method. So share this video to people, follow this page to have more videos like this, and then also come to the DM to ask questions. If you don't, come to my DM, come to the comment section to also ask questions if anything is not so clear to you, or if you want to know more about the Chitel's method or fertility in a whole. Thank you very much, and remember to like, share and follow.